A contemplative Buddhist story for daily life. In the early morning at Jetavana monastery, mist still clung to the leaves of the Bodhi trees. The Buddha sat quietly beneath a stone veranda, his body unmoving like a mountain, his mind calm like an autumn lake, untouched by wind. Around him, the disciples sat in a gentle circle. No one spoke. Only the sound of the breeze brushing bamboo leaves could be heard, as if the world itself was breathing mindfully. The first light of dawn rested upon the Buddha's saffron robe, soft and golden. His eyes opened slowly, deep and compassionate, as though they had witnessed countless lifetimes of wandering beings, lost in sorrow. He spoke gently, "Monks, human life is like morning dew upon a blade of grass. When the sun rises, it vanishes without a trace, yet people spend their lives grasping what cannot remain." A disciple bowed and asked, "Blessed One, why do beings still suffer, even though they know life is impermanent?" The Buddha smiled faintly. To hear impermanence with the ears is easy. To see it with the heart is rare. People know it is a dream, yet they still laugh and weep within it, unwilling to awaken. The Buddha picked up a fallen yellow leaf and placed it upon his palm. This leaf does not grieve because it falls, nor rejoice because it was once green. It simply follows conditions as they arise and pass away. If your mind becomes like this leaf, then birth and death will be no more than a passing wind. Another disciple asked, "Blessed One, when others wound us with words or deeds, how can the heart remain free from resentment?" The Buddha remained silent for a long moment, allowing the question to settle like dust sinking in still water. Then he said, "The first arrow is the harm done to you. The second arrow is the anger you shoot into your own heart. The wise feel only the first, the unwise wound themselves again." The bamboo stirred softly. The air grew deeper, quieter. The Buddha continued, "Forgiveness is not because the other deserves it. It is because your heart deserves peace." He spoke of a man carrying burning coals, intending to throw them at another. Before he met anyone, his own hands were burned. "So it is with hatred," the Buddha said. The disciples listened in silence. Each saw their own reflection in the teaching, old grudges, hidden attachments, unspoken fears gently revealed. The Buddha rose and walked slowly upon the earth. "Practice is not to become extraordinary," he said, "but to return to being ordinary without bondage." Stopping beside a well, he said, "Water becomes clear when it is not stirred. The mind becomes luminous when it is not agitated by greed, anger, and ignorance. Do not blame the world for its waves. Look first at your own hands." A young monk spoke softly, "Blessed One, I fear loss." The Buddha looked at him with kindness. "You fear because you believe you possess. When you see that nothing truly belongs to you, what remains to lose? This body is borrowed from earth, water, fire, and wind. The breath comes and goes. Even thoughts do not stay. Where, then, is the self you protect your whole life?" The sun climbed higher, shadows shortened. The Buddha returned to his seat. "Understanding non-self is not to become cold," he said, "but to love without chains." When you love without demand, that is compassion. When you give without remembering, that is true generosity. When you live without clinging, liberation begins to appear. A long silence followed. No questions arose. The teaching entered the hearts like rain into dry soil, quietly, patiently. At last, the Buddha spoke once more. Monks, dwell with yourselves as your own refuge, light the lamp within, and walk the path. I am only one who points the way. The monastery bell rang, its sound spreading and dissolving into the open sky. The disciples bowed deeply. In that moment, each carried a small inner flame enough to illuminate the long road of life ahead.